Drotsky Tronic, thank you so much for just sub for 5 months. Awesome. Wow, I am sounding weird. I'm wearing earphones right now so I can listen to the music without it reverbing on my microphone. So I'm hearing myself talk. I thought I'd do a nail stream. I don't know. I have this set up. I don't know if it's gonna work. There's no kitty cam. That is because the tripod that usually holds up the kitty cam is now holding up the webcam. Because this is a little wobbly. Hey Merlin, Naz, JNR91 is here as well. Astral Cat, thank you all so much for dropping by. Seems everyone is really interested in nails. And I welcome that. So I've had these on for over a week, and I love the colors, but as you can see, they're getting a little chipped. Also, sorry about the white balance. I tried to fix it. I cannot. This camera is really light sensitive. So these are my natural nails. They're quite long. Let me show you. And I'm gonna have to take them off and do another color. So that's what we're gonna do. I just wanted to show you the whole process. Only one thing you have to consider for this stream is that, of course, my hands are going to be full of acetone and nail polish remover, so I will not be able to type or do any commands or stuff like that. So I'll be talking to you a lot, which is kind of point. What else? What else can I say? This is the matte from Holotaco. It is a no mess matte, really one of my faves. It's really smooth and it's got a nice pattern, nice background. Also Holotaco, little glass nail file. If you are doing your nails, you have to use a glass nail file. Like anything else is craps. Can we still use stream words to make you speak Dutchlish? Yes. If you really want to hear that stuff, you can. Though I do want to explain some stuff for people watching. Of course, so because a lot of people are interested in what I do on my nails. Like I said, this is just a stream cam, so it's not like a fancy DSLR setup. This is why the contrast is a little weird. I haven't really picked out what nail polish I want to do. I'm thinking Wildflower Slugbug because that was like a very deep red with some like orange shimmer too. It just kind of reminds me of blood. And I feel like that's very on topic right now. I don't think I'm gonna do any complicated nail art, even though I did say nail art, because this is my first time streaming like this, and in order to have my nails appear like this, I have to sit forward a little bit. And usually, when I do my nails, I sit straight up, and I'm just holding my hands in front of my face. So doing one like this is a bit new for me. So I'm just gonna keep it simple, but I'm just gonna start with cleaning my nails off, and to do that we're just gonna use some acetone. Let me actually grab the bottle. So this is a industrial sized bottle of acetone, and it's almost empty. And I have a second bottle of I have a second bottle of this is acetone free. This is very oily. It's basically something I use at the end to clean all the rest off, because basically everything sticks to this, including anything plastic. So if I touch something plastic with this on, it will just melt, which is how I managed to get my fingerprints permanently on my remote control. Hey Saivi, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, we are doing nail stuff, so I'm putting this one aside for the moment, and I'm getting some cotton pads. Now, I did try in the past some more environmentally friendly stuff. It did not work. So if anyone has any tips for how to take off your nails without using as much cotton, I would appreciate that. But I also just if I change things up too much, I just get anxiety, so I try not to do that. Yes, I have melted things. I don't know if I can show you that. Let's see. You can see that. There's like a print here that I messed up when I removed. So that's not a good idea. Yeah, we're having a party and we're doing some nails. Like usually people have chill vibes, chill music on, but I'm just like, no. Let's just keep it chill. Also, where did the music go? Oh, there it is. There it is. For a second I didn't see it. So what's going on? Let me just put on the closed captions before I forget. Alright, yeah. Like I know people have like lo-fi chill music on, but I prefer I prefer a little bit more beat. Yeah. I'll turn it down though. I think it's a bit too loud compared to my voice. Yeah, just super exciting nail art. That's all we're doing. Trying to get this microphone. Well, I'm turning it down now. I hope it's alright like this. I didn't mean to have it like blasting at full volume. That was not my intention. Alright, let's see if my mic is on like this. Yes, testing 1, 2, 3, testing 1, 2, 3. Is this working? Is this too loud? Maybe a bit too loud. Alright, there we go. I have to like think because I'm all out of my routine now. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I'm gonna have to chat too. Oh my god. Alright, I'm just gonna get started pulling out some cotton rounds, and I've repurposed this like soy sauce thing, where I usually just dip all my nail polish. You can even see like there's some remains in there. I'm alright, you're aching tired, still the chores and some relaxing are good overall. It's very good of you. And you don't have to do chores if you don't feel like it, but glad that you were able to do some stuff. So yeah. So yeah, no cat cam like I said because the tripod is holding up the camera. Naskia band. Yes, here Nas comes with band hammer. So got some industrial level acetone. Let's melt all that stuff off. This is so weird to do this. And for those wondering, I have a fan next to my table that is blowing away from my table. So it's a pretty high strength blowing to the open window. So when you are working with acetone, it's important that you keep your ventilation well and close the bottle because it evaporates really fast. So here we go. Let's yeah, to do some stuff for not triggering allergies. Also very important. I'm just trying to sit properly. I don't know how long, if this is work. Wow, look at how bright that is. Like the camera doesn't even catch it. Holy crap, alright. I wish I could fix the white balance. But yes, less fumes is very important. It is all over. Like, what? Can you see that? Can you see how bright it is? Oh my god. What the hell? I have to do something about this white balance. What is up with that? Like, not right now because my hands are full of acetone. I can't do that. Wow, it's so bright. Alright. I try to use as much of it as I can. Like a cotton pad. So all the stuff that is like in the edges, I'm not gonna worry about because the oil will get that off. This is just to get the bulk of the color of my nails. I think given the heavier chemicals used for nail stuff, using single-use cotton pads is a better option. Yeah, that's true. Like you don't want this to end up like in the water. Like pouring acetone down. Don't pour acetone down the sink. It will melt away the sewage pipes. Don't do that. So yeah. So a lot of people have different ways of taking off nail polish. Some people use a peel off base coat. I don't do that because it just pops right off, even though I tried different methods. So I just use acetone and just start rubbing it off. And I might take frequent breaks tonight because, like I said, I have to kind of sit hunched over right now. And I don't know how long I can last in that position, though I am pretty bendy. I'm always stretching my back and my lower back muscles because they tend to get very tight. So, you know, people look at someone like me who's like high weight. I wouldn't say over because that's a little bit fat phobic, but they look at me and they think I'm just not flexible or anything. I am hella flexible. I can touch not only my toes, but I can almost put my palms flat on the ground if I bend over. I know this sounds very suggestive, but I'm just talking about what position I'm sitting in right now. Is that I tend to get a lot of back pain if I have to walk a lot, because then my lower back tenses up. But you know, truth, I am just kind of a sloth. I would, if I could just lay down all day. I know it's not good for me, but I would if I could. You're always concerned about the tops of your nails for those, and because of how you'll pick. Yeah. Yeah, that's like, if I'm not sure if you can see it, like they last pretty long, and if the tops kind of wear off, I will apply like another coat to do that. So there's so much color left on these nails, and whilst I'm doing this hand, it's gonna rub off on the other hand already, because I'm already touching it with acetone, of course. Let me know if the music is alright, by the way. Although now that I have acetone on my fingers, I can't touch it. But I can try. So how was everyone's Monday? Hope you're doing alright. I had a good Monday. Last night, and I didn't really sleep a lot, but last night I thought, the thing is, sometimes I have a migraine. I don't know why. I think it's just stress coming out, and it will last the entire day. It will not go away. And then as soon as the sun goes down, it disappears. Like, what is that about? Am I just a headache vampire? What is that? Like, as soon as the sun goes down, my head is like, ah, now the photons have disappeared. We're good. Like, the only way I can get through those days is just with a sleep mask that blocks as much light as possible. Like, I'm so sensitive to the sunlight. Yeah, light sensitivity. I am a vampire. I used to just have an acetone jar, old glass peanut butter, just put the lid in it and so slowly off gas for it to run away. Wouldn't the lid melt? Maybe. I don't know. Not sure. What do you mean slowly off gas? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Oh, you mean like putting the cotton pads in there. So as you can see, I have one cotton pad that's completely fucked up right now, but it doesn't matter because all that you need a cotton for is to just hold the liquid, right? And all of, like, my fingers are orange right now, but that's gonna melt off with the oil-based one, so that's fine. Just need to get like most of the color off. I have these in-ear headphones and they keep popping out my ears. I know what it is. Not pure acetone, exactly. Like, what? Glass should be able to hold it, but I don't think the lid would. Yeah, exactly. It does come in a good bottle. Yeah, I was watching the Beauty Nerd on Twitch do her nails. She did really cool nail art of Fallout. I'm not that good with like detailed nail art, so it's just gonna be simple. Though I do sometimes do like a gradient or something like that. Oh my god, the yellow is coming off. It's just melting off with the acetone. And as you can see, I have to do the underside of my nails because when I apply nail polish, you have to wrap the tip of your nails with polish as well, so it doesn't come off as fast, so it doesn't chip. Which is basically everything I know about nails. I learned from Simply Nailogical, who is the owner of Hollow Taco, where this mat is from. So I'm just like free promotion here, basically. But it's fine. The thing is, I started watching Christine Simply Nailogical when it was just for comedy. I thought she was very funny, and I was like, well, I'm not really into nail polish, but I'll watch her. But that's the thing that parasocial relationships kind of work like that. If you keep watching someone and they're really enthusiastic about something and they're just keep talking about it, you literally get influenced by them. And then you get sucked in. Yeah, now I have 370 bottles of nail polish. Oh boy. Wow, it is sticking to my fingers. So now I just put this here. This nasty cotton pad. Just move on to the next. I have to be careful with those electronics here. Ugh. Very careful. There we go. At least I have fine motor control. Syvy's like, oh my gosh, yes, that many polishes. I think it tips over into special interest versus hobby. Yeah, and Simply Nailogical has thousands of bottles of nail polish, like literally an entire wall. And I feel like she might be on the spectrum, though at least she doesn't have the executive dysfunction. So I feel like she's one of those people who has a lot of aspects of, like, definitely neurodivergent. And there's a lot of influences where I think they might be neurodivergent. I just take issue with that some of them are like, oh, I'm so quirky. And I'm like, maybe. Wow, look at how yellow. Oh my god, this pigment has stained so much. But it'll come off with the oil-based remover. Wow, this just looks like yellow curry. Taking it off, just like that pigmented. Oh my god. And you might say, wow, doesn't this stain your nails? Yes, it does. But you put new nail polish over the nails so people can't see the stain. That's the trick. And it doesn't mean it's unhealthy, it just means it's stained. So there's your pigment in there. And I remember just starting out with a few bottles of nail polish. The thing is, you start following all these websites and influencers and brands, and they release new nail polish like all the time. And you're like, oh, well, that one's so pretty, and that one's just a little different than the other purple. Oh my god. My favorites are dark blues, grays, and reds. Because I'm a nail polish masochist, apparently. Maybe. My favorites are definitely purples. Purples, pinks, and blues, I think, if I look at my collection. I actually made a pie chart that I posted. I did make a pie chart of my nail polish collection, because I'm a nerd. Oh my god, that is coming off thick. I'm just like chatting away, rubbing my fingers. I was so amused during Elden Ring when the character was like, ah, have you heard of the finger maidens? I was like, excuse me? Oh my god, this one's getting a little nasty. I'm gonna have to switch to a new pad, otherwise I can't get everything off. There we go. Like, now I'm just rubbing nail polish around. We don't want that. Didn't think that shade would be as thick. Yeah, I was like, I wanted to do my nails tonight, but I also want to stream. What if I combined the two? I could do that. I had thunderstorms today, a little bit, but I didn't really notice because I was working, but it did get pretty dark out there. It's a lot lighter now, and I think once the sun goes down, the white balance will improve. Because people don't realize it, that daylight has so much more light than inside lights. Like, my ceiling light would be, is it like 800 or 1600 lumen? Something like that. The sun has 100,000 of lumen. And the stream cam like this is optimized for inside lights. So that's why you are seeing the white balance be way off. And yes, I am still raising money for Ukrainian refugees because the war is still going alongside everything else that's happening right now. Wonderful. Yeah, I'm thinking if I should do slug bug because that one is very pigmented and it's very hard to clean off. So maybe I'll do something easier. I'm not sure. I can never make my mind until like the last second what I'm gonna put on my nails. You have people who like know ahead of time what they're gonna do and they have like a whole plan. I do not. I just stand in front of my hundreds of nail polishes kind of, what am I in the mood for today? Wishlist, sunlight lights my future most frequented room's kitchen. Yeah, I have for like my office, which is just right over there. I have like a brighter light now. I think it's 1600 lumen because it was too dark to like really work. But that one's still, you know, compared to sunlight, it's still quite dim. But I think that is also why I have these migraines that go away after sundown, because even if I have like the curtains closed and everything, it is still too much light somehow. Like, I don't know. So I wonder what it'll look like once it gets darker outside, but it'll be light for a while because it's the middle of summer. And you're very careful with the nails. Oh my god. They're still so yellow. Let's see, there is one that I fixed here. I wonder if you can see that. I don't think you can because it's very dark. Hello? Can you do it like this? Yeah, so there's this side of the nail that got torn and I fixed it up. So, but it looks like it's still intact right now. I might have to, oh, there it goes. There's a little tear there, which we'll fix up with some nail glue later. So even if you like break or tear a nail, you can just repair it, put nail polish over it, and it'll last for a while. I usually file them down if I have like a whole bunch of nails that are breaking. I'm like, ugh, okay. Look at how long they are. Look at that. You have one lopsided nail. It happens. It happens. Right, I need to touch something. Ah. Yeah, alright. I was like, I have to mute for a second. I have to blow my nose. I hope it didn't damage anything. Because my hands are now dry. But there's still like residue on it. Alright, now we're gonna go in with the oil-based one. Which is from the German brand called Herzschlag. Which I don't know if you can get that outside of Europe. But there's other oil-based cleaners out there. So that's fine. So this one smells really nice. It smells about as pink and flowery as it looks. And it just has a ton of oil in it along with some solvent. So it's very good for your nails. But you do have to wash it off quite well. Because if you have like a lot of oil in your nails when you are putting nail polish on, it won't really attach very well. So I'm actually rubbing this all over my hand to get as much residue off as possible. Because this oil will stick to anything. So just really getting in the corners. I'm not sure if you can see my hand getting all shiny now. Yeah, there it is. It gets all shiny and oily. So, let's see. What else can we talk about? I did something cool today. I spent a crap ton of money. My TV is old, and I'm definitely noticing this when gaming with the PS5. I was noticing it playing Elden Ring on Saturday. So, this is one of the times I wish Twitch could stream smells. I mean, for most streamers, you really don't want that. But this one smells... It says green tea and aloe vera. But that's not really what it smells like. It's just kind of sweet and flowery. Yeah, you know, people who just get started with nail polish, or if I do their nails like as a one-off, they'll be like, oh my god, it smells so bad. And I'm like, the smell of chemicals. Like, I think I'm like addicted to it now. You just like the smell of nail polish remover? That's fair. Your partner just like straight up nail smell, like nail polish? Yeah, same. But that's because, you know, I work with it so much. So you get used to the smell. I actually just ordered a top coat from the brand Cuticula. How do I spell this? C-U-T-I-C-U-L-A. And they have scented top coat. And the scent I love the most is called Dole Whip. Now, Dole Whip is a dessert from the US, I think. And it's kind of like... It's fruity, but also sweet. And it smells so good. I cannot stop smelling my nails when I have that stuff on. But that's a recommendation. Like, if you hate the smell, the chemical smell, there's also a lot of polish brands that have like vegan, all natural ingredients, like Picture Polish, for example. And Orly has their breathable line. So these are nail polishes that you can just sniff and breathe, and it's safe. And they won't smell as bad either. But I just like the chemical smell because I'm so used to it. And I use, you know, nail stuff is relaxing to me. So if I smell it, it's like, relaxation of the chemical nature. Wait, that sounds wrong. Oh boy. Is this now also becoming ASMR? Like, hello, how are you doing? Is this ASMR? Suddenly I'm an ASMR channel. I dislike most ASMR stuff because the sounds are so grating. But sometimes it's nice. Like, I watch a lot of Bob Ross because there's like a lot of repetitive sounds in it, and he has like this soft, gentle voice. It's really nice. Do they have the scented pen smell? Scented pen smells. I don't know what I made of that. Maybe a little bit, like that weird scenty fake smell. They have other scents, so maybe you should check them out. Yeah. This tear is becoming problematic, but I'll fix it. Scented pencil pals, yes. So I'm getting a new TV, and I got a really good deal on it. And they were kind of sneaky because they put this deal on their website, but you weren't able to put it in your shopping cart. So you had to contact like customer service, and then they were like, oh, we could add, you know, add this insurance package and add this cleaning package. They were upselling you. But you know, I didn't fall for that as much because I did take an extra warranty, but I did the research beforehand. I was like, is this worth it? And then I was like, no, maybe not. And then they gave me a pretty good discount on it, and I was like, all right. Because you got to get them a discount. If they're trying to upsell you, you know they're going to have that kind of thing going on. You have no TV at all at the moment, so you're typing this on your phone? Or do you have like a laptop or iPad kind of thing? Yeah, exactly. You can always get a discount off on laptop and desktop. Alright, yeah, fair. And the cleaning package, I was like, I've never cleaned my TV. Like maybe with a duster or something. Like, wow. No, I don't. Why are my earphones falling out of my ear? Like, I jammed them in there. I think my ears are too wiggly. I think that's the problem. Maybe that's why. I'll just put on my headset after I wash my hands. Because, you know, I'm almost all done. And my hands are all oily. And I think I got all the nasties off. Which means I gotta first rub them, you know, get as much of the oil off as possible before I wash my hands. Let's see if we move 3K for the purchase too. Yeah, if you are gonna get like a bigger TV, you should definitely wait until you've moved, because you know electronics are just bound to get damaged, and especially if you're just going to another country, it's better to do big purchases there. I don't even know if you can take that kind of thing with you because of, I don't know, tax laws or something. All right, I'm gonna take a quick break, wash my hands, do a stretch. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. So don't go anywhere. I don't have a cat focus right now, so you're just gonna get, I don't know, BRB. All right, see you in a bit. And we are back. And as you can see, I've fixed the white balance by closing the lines, basically. I still have to fix the light a bit because now it's a little too dark. But excuse me, no spam here. Thank you. We don't do that here. Bam. Super random. Bye. Alright, maybe dial the music down a little bit. There we go. Alright. Alright, let's see if I can get this light to work. Hello, sir. Are we on? Nope. There we go. That was on. Alright. Yes? Ah, see, now this is excellent lighting. Yeah, this is the good stuff. Alright. I'm happy I got that figured out. Alright. Look at those nails! Look at those nails! Yeah. So yellow. Also, look at the autofocus. Ooh. Alright, I picked some nail polish. I decided not to do, like I said, wildflower lacquer. Because Slugbug is a very red pigmented polish. So let me just pick these up. Get them out of here. Yep. And wrap them in. Actually needed to throw those away beforehand, but I can do it after. It's fine. Yeah. What was I talking about? Yeah, so the deep pigmented red. Cleaning up is hard doing it like this. So I use a cleanup brush. This is the one from Holla Taco. It's a little worse for wear, let me tell you. I'm not sure if I can show you that. But it still does a job. I like that it's a very small tip and it's very sturdy. People think I'm just so perfect at doing my nails. I'm not. Just as soon as you mess up, you just take some acetone and you wipe it off right away. But even with like a very pigmented polish, that's hard to get out of your cuticles if you mess up. So I'm just gonna do something easier today, but still very pretty. NASA's like, fuck, missed the bot. It's fine, I sniped them. So you used to use eyeliner brushes for that. Yeah, those are effective. Only the brushes, you know, are not made to withstand acetone, so they're just gonna get destroyed over time, which is a waste. Let me grab some water. Nintendo Switch. What? I'm just like vibing with the music. Yeah. Alright, so what I got, I have some jellies. A lot of people don't know about jellies. I learned about this from Kelly Marissa, who's also a nail influencer. A nail-fluencer, if you will. So what these are they're a very transparent formula. So the thing is, you have like a little bit of color, but you're still gonna be able to see through it. So I have these colors which are giving me like, it's like pastel bisexual, right? I love them. So this is, can you read that? I don't know if you can read it. It's Marsala Jelly, Lavender Sky, and Navy Jelly by Sir Colors. And then they also have this beautiful glitter. And this is called XX, just X, 2 X's. And what this does, if you layer them on the jelly, you'll be able to see the glitter through the jelly. And it gives like a really dimensional effect. And it's gonna look beautiful. This one was okay, but it's not something you can assume about a brush. Yeah, and don't do it with like your expensive brushes. The thing is about jelly, you will be able to really see that nail line, right? So what I do to combat that nail line is I use this is Ballet by Picture Polish, and it's a slightly less sheer nude, so you'll still be able to kind of see the nail through it, but not as much, and it will cover up the nail line just enough to make it look good on the jellies. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm having trouble holding this up to the camera, right, because the camera is like tilted. There we go. Let me hold these up properly as well. Hello? Can I do this? There we go. Very pretty. Right, here's the next one. Look at all that hand posing. Video. Yeah, yep. But first, before we start applying the nail polishes, also I have these, I'll show them. I have like these small acrylic cube trays, which are like perfect for nails. So I have a whole bunch of those nail polishes. So I just carry all my nail polishes in these. I pick them out, I put them in a tray. And of course I have this little organizer. And that's basically how I am able to deal with so much nail polish. And it's so fun because most polishes fit perfectly. Yes, that's definitely a word. Fit perfectly. Except the big ones, like most American brands have like a huge volume. So this is the Glistening Glow Top Coat. And basically this size is standard for American polishes. And you get more for your money, but they're hard to fit in places. So, and this is my favorite base coat. This is the Orly Bonder base. Can I hold this in a way that makes sense? Oh my god. I'm gonna bend my nails, bend my hand. The Orly yes. So this is my number one favorite base coat. I'm trying to hold this. Now it's upside down. What the hell? All right. How about this? Is this correct? Yes, this is correct. And this is almost like, it says rubberized base coat. It's almost like rubber. So when people wonder why my nail polish lasts so long, this is why. Like, this changed the game for me. I mean, you also need a good top coat, but this is like primer, right? If you put paint on your walls or on wood or furniture, you need primer. And it's the same for nails. You need to dehydrate them, and then you need a good base for the lacquer to attach to. So that's what this is, and it's like my ride or die. But before we do that, more steps. Not sure if you can see that. This one's a little funky, and this one's chipped. Like this. I'm not flipping you off, I swear. So we need to go file some nails down first. And sometimes it will take me hours to file. Just because I'm like absent-minded. I'm just like... And then it's like 2 hours later and still finding my nails. I'm thinking I should prepare maybe a more chill list if I do this again. Though I'm also kind of liking this vibe, but... maybe it's not for everyone. Maybe some people want something more chill. Oh man, how do I do this? How do I do this on camera? I don't know. Because I'm usually just behind. I guess can I zoom this in or something? I don't know. I don't know if I can do that. Transform. Center, rotate. Filters, properties. Let me see. It doesn't look like I can zoom it in. I guess I'll just give you a distant view of me shaping my nails. So there's a little... not sure if you can see, there's a little cut in there. I don't think you can see that. But we're gonna have to take care of that one first. So in order to get my nails rounded, because that's a shape that works best for me, basically, you know, you shave rounded. So how do I show this to you? Like, just kind of curve towards the center. That's what I do instead of like straight. And you want to file in one direction. So basically like this. It is weird to do this like at a distance. And I'm not sure if you can see this, but this nail is a little wonky because this is how I hit my keyboard spacebar. So this edge is more compressed on this one. So they're just... The thumbnail is a little wonky is what it is. It's okay. It still deserves to be here. It is still a good nail. Alright, see I missed some polish here. Let me scratch that out a little bit. Oh my god, I'm just like, how do I hold my nails in front of a camera? What's going on? Like, envy people who have like a really good setup for this. But, you know, they're pro influencers, so they have their shit together. I'm like, me, who does never have her shit together. Like I said, that's why also I'm gonna take frequent breaks, because I have to sit in kind of a weird position to do this. Not that it's bad to have a stretch and everything, but... And usually, like, I will sit and hold them up close to my eyes, so I can actually can't see what I'm doing. But we're not there right now. Like, I'm trying this. If during the night I'm like, this is too much, I'll stop. That's totally valid. But I can do this right now. I can do this for a while, especially with this funky music. Keeping me energized. Okay, now it's getting a little bit pointy, actually. Just be careful. I prefer them to be more round than pointy. And I will actually like go across it with my other fingertips, because I can really, like, my fingertips are really sensitive. That's why I also have a lot of problems with touch. Because I can feel everything. I can feel like the nitty-grittiest stuff on my hands. And my skin is just really sensitive. It's very double, especially like, you know, in sex and relationships. Because on one hand, I want to be like really close to this person, and I want to touch them, and I want to be touched by them. But sometimes it's just too much, and it's really hard to explain or pinpoint why. Usually when I'm more tired, I just can't deal with it, and I have trouble just getting touched out of nowhere. And the interesting thing is, I didn't know this before I went into therapy. So we're getting into mental health territory right now. But I had to learn that boundaries were a thing. That I actually didn't like people touching me or hugging me out of nowhere. I was just so used to having to deal with that. This nail is really long compared to the thumbnail. Alright, we're gonna have to take that one down a peg. So I'm gonna, because this one like curves down a lot, I'm not sure if you can see that. Let's see. Like it can become like a witch's nail, I always say, like. So I tend to really aggressively file this one, because it's also one of my toughest nails. You shouldn't normally do this, but I know my nails. As you can see, it's like there's a lot happening here. But that's because it curves down. I really have to take a lot of it off. And I basically kind of file it sideways, so the downward curve gets eliminated. And this is one of the interesting things I think a lot of the nail influencers that I follow don't really talk about. Just is how to deal with just nails that don't conform to the nail beauty standards. Because a lot of people just have, you know, curved nails that are different or too straight, or they're just, you know, not as perfect as nails of all those people who have them grown perfectly one way. And the thing I learned is that over time, your nails are gonna be shaped more and more like this ideal. I'm saying ideal, because that's what nails that wear nail polish years after years after years turn into. Nail polish really dries out your nails, and you have to like hydrate them and take care of them properly. But that means that they become more and more curved. So that's what's been happening to my nails in the past couple of years. If I look back, my nails used to be a lot wider and flatter. But now they're becoming like narrower and more curved, which is like more the ideal. But they don't tell you that that is something most people don't naturally have. That's just what happens when you wear a lot of nail polish. And especially people who've always been wearing nail polish since they were like in their teens don't realize this. Is that is why their nails look the way they do. And you know, I've had a lot of friends who've been watching my nail journey and they're like, oh my god, my nails are so ugly and I wish they were like yours. I'm like, they're really not that bad. Most nails look perfectly fine. Yeah, all you need is like maybe a little filing and sometimes the cuticles need to be pushed back and that's it. They usually don't look that bad at all. And you know, you don't have to abide by beauty ideals. Not even when it comes to nails. I'm hoping you can see this. I'm not sure if you can see this because I'm moving around a lot. I just instinctively push it back to my face. Let's see if I sit like this. That should do it. Alright, let's put the mic over here. That should work better. I will just be doing this for like hours. Like I said, I put up a podcast or stream. Now she's like, oh no, a little bit more this, a little bit more that. And now I have to remember to not go like this and be put it in front of my face. Alright, so this one's definitely chipped, which is, you know, my mistake. What happened was that some of the nail polish wore off and I recoated it, but it still broke off. Because I guess that part of the nail was just a bit weak. Nothing you can do about that really. Is this bad guy from Billie Eilish with like a remix? I like that. So I'm gonna be a little bit more aggressive with this one because it is a little chipped. And now it's just becoming like a polygon. What's going on? Alright, I'm putting this in front of my face for a second because I need to really look at it. To not file this wrong. This is a tough one because it chipped off. You have to get the shape just right. There, I think I did it. I think I fixed it. Whew. Like, why do I sound so exhausted? It's because I'm sitting forward the whole time. I guess it'd be easier to do this at my desk, but I don't have my streaming set up at my desk. I wish I could get my mic to like lean in differently. Hold on, I'm gonna mess with my mic for a second. I was messing with a mic arm and I was like, if I fuck with it, I'm gonna break a nail. That would really suck. Alright. We're gonna go back and just, yeah, by the way, I have my headset on now. So no more messing with the audio. Like, I don't know what it is. It's those in-ear headphones, but they will not fit into my ear, or they'll just fall out. I don't know. I think my ears are just, my earlobes are just weird. That's literally what the lady who pierced my ears said. So she's like, wow, you have weird lobes. And I was like, yeah, like born with them. I don't know. So, fun facts. I've been watching a streamer, friend of mine, FaZe Load Up, play The Last of Us Part 2. So, I'm one of those weirdos who didn't really like The Last of Us Part 1. I don't know, I think the gameplay just didn't vibe with me. Generally, I do like sneaking and killing, but in The Last of Us, you're just kind of, you're not the empowered one. So, it's not a power fantasy. So, and I do kind of like that aspect. I do kind of like the power fantasy. So it's very survivalist, which I guess just isn't really me. I don't know. It's not. What is my cat doing? Hey, kitty. Yeah, I can't show the kitty on camera right now. She's very curious as to what the hell is going on. She's just here to sit next to me now. Hey, kitty. Can I get the mic close to her? Can I do that? You want to purr to the mic? Nope. Alright. Me just messing with my cat. What are you doing, kitty? What are you doing? She's just sniffing around. See, I'm at the 4th nail, and it's taking me forever. I don't think these are chipped though, so I don't have to spend a lot of time on them. They are quite long though. So, yeah, what was I talking about earlier in the stream? I think I was talking about my new TV. So, yeah, I was like, if I'm gonna spend all this money on a new TV, I might as well do it right? So, I actually ordered a wall mount as well as this cable management thing, and just the full installation. So they're just gonna come over and install the whole thing, and I don't have to worry about that. So that's a relief. It's because the TV had like a really good discount, so the whole package together was about as much as the TV cost in other places. So I was like, yeah. Well, you know, it was, I think the whole installation was like 90 euros, but that includes bringing in the TV, taking my old TV away. I'm actually going to store it for a friend who also can use a new TV once he gets a new place, which is Neurodivergers, for those of you who know him, and take out the new TV out of the package. Now, my neighbor does not watch my streams, but he helped with this TV 10 years ago, and we could barely take it out, the two of us together. We could barely take it out of the package and place it. So they take it out of the package, they install the whole thing. I don't think they need to install a lot in terms of software because I don't have TV. Like, I don't have cable TV signal because I don't watch regular TV because it sucks. I just watch YouTube. And then they're also going to mount it to the wall. So because it's a bigger one and it needs a bit more distance from me, and also I don't think the soundbar fits underneath it, so that was also a consideration. And as it's like, am I going to bed already? Hey, it's totally fair. Like, it's 9:15. That's a great time to go to bed. Although if I go to bed now, let's say I would I would wake up at like midnight for 1 past midnight and then be up for 2 hours. You're struggling very hard today. I'm so sorry to hear that, Naz. You are so awesome and you deserve the world. And I'm sorry that some shit's happening in your life because you don't deserve that, and that person definitely didn't deserve that. Yeah, lots of love to you. I'm always thinking about you, always wishing you well. You thought you had COVID. It could be something else. I have a couple fatigue, so that could flare up. Yeah, totally too. You know, some days are good, some days are better. Some days are good, some days are bad. Today's a better day for me, but yesterday was like really hard. I was like, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to work today, but then I woke up, took a shower, and I felt fine. So it happens. I love you too, Naz. You are so awesome. You know, like, I barely talk to Naz on the stream, but sometimes you just meet someone and you don't have to talk to them a lot, and you know that they're just kindred souls. I have that with Naz. Just the same kind of personality. Basically, way too hard on yourself, way too nice for others. That's basically who we are. And I think I have that with Sivy as well. Though my impression of Sivy is that she was also tougher and more of a badass. But I also know that's, you know, a part of coping. Is to just, you know, push people away that way. Of course, now I know that Sivy is a badass, but also a total sweetheart. An epic cat mom. Yeah, give more to others than you give to yourself, hoping others are the same, but you realize not a lot of people do this. Oh, that's so true. You just think that if you just give, then you'll get what you give, and you don't. So when you do find lying behind the people who cling to them, that's so true. You would swing so hard between people pleasing and not. Yeah, exactly. I find it so hard to just snap out of people pleasing. Like, as soon as I indicate a boundary, I'm already freaking out. Like, oh my god, they won't like me anymore. And it's like, I've been in a relationship with Flynn for 3.5 years, and I still have this. I still like, oh, am I asking for too much? And they keep reassuring me, no, you're not. This is a totally normal thing to ask. And I'm like, are you sure now? Oh my god. So it's good to be in a relationship with someone who understands that and who is not gonna abuse that. And that's why I love them. Well, that, and they're just awesome, funny, hot, intelligent, educated. I could just go on forever. Never mind. Flynn's even watching. They were like, my ears are itching. Someone's talking about me. Or do you sneeze? I forget what it is. So you're seeing that this nail I'm being really rough on, and that's because I know this is a nail that I use to bite a lot. So these are really, really tough nails. And I need to take them down a peg, basically. Because they grow very fast, they're very tough, and they grow very curved. So that's why I just have to tame them. You can help people without lighting myself on fire to keep others warm. Yes. So true. So true. I've just kind of like, I notice now that I can't anymore. Like the stuff I used to do, I just can't. And that's a good thing, because I'm now in touch with my own needs and I cannot step over that boundary anymore. And sometimes that's frustrating because I'm like, wow, I used to be able to do so much. And it feels like I got so much done, but then I realize the cost. Like I would burn out every few years. Every few years I'd be like, I'm so depressed. I want to die. I need therapy. Everything is going bad. And that's because I kept burning out because I was doing too much. And now, you know, I may not, generally, I'm just okay. And I'm never at that high where I'm like, I can do everything. Everything is awesome. I love my life. I'm super high. You know, I don't have that anymore. And that's good. So I'm, you know, if I spend the rest of my life just being okay and having some bad days and having some good days, that's where you want to be at. You were literally physically ill because you kept ignoring the burnout. Yeah, that's kind of burnout is when you just get so overwhelmed you're physically ill. Yeah, really condole those things either, and we did anyway. Yeah, and of course I'm almost 40. I'm almost 40. I've lost both my ovaries. I've had 6 surgeries, and you know, I cannot do everything that I could do when I was 21. And I have to accept that too. Which sucks, but it's just true. And yeah. We getting older. I've got wrinkles and gray hairs and stuff. Damn, this nail is so long. I feel like it's gonna break. My nails will reach a certain length and I'm like, you're in a final destination countdown, buddy. But I'll keep them as long as I can. What usually happens is I'll snap it. I'll snap the nail and it'll tear a little bit. Have a wonderful stream. Thank you so much, Naz. Have a good rest. Hope you feel a bit better tomorrow. And you know where to find me. You can always hit me up if you want to talk. Just give me glorious gray hair now. You're getting gray and impatient. Oh, I am dyeing away all my gray hairs. Maybe I shouldn't. But I don't like the look of them. Maybe one day I'll do it and look like Claire Saffitz, but until then. There are some awesome, like Claire Saffitz or Jen Loves who have the really cool gray hair ladies. Her hair is so good. Hair so great. Wow. It is. This is something I definitely struggled with a while back. It's just aging. And I think I've gotten over it. It was like when I was 37. I think when I just kind of felt it approaching. And I'm just like, well, at least I made it to 40. Which is, that sounds depressing. But you have to remember that in my late 20s and early 30s, I think when the first surgery I got, I was... I'm thinking. When was I diagnosed with epilepsy? I think it was 2006. So my illness stuff started out around then. I had a bunch of surgeries. I had the epilepsy, gallbladder. So, you know, I spent a lot of time in and out of hospitals. That's also why I don't want to get COVID, because I know how shitty it is to be in a hospital and be dependent like that. And also because it's a risk for me personally. So yeah. I do feel like I lost like big chunks of my life just being sick, which sucks. But then I'm like, oh yeah, but you know, I've been good for 5 years now. So yeah, exactly. I already have enough shit. I don't need a COVID multiplier. That is so accurate. Like, hello. Oh my god, I'm just taking this out. These are getting so long. What the hell? I hope you can still see me file. I'm trying to stay in camera, but I just keep pulling it towards me. Just chatting away. Yeah, like I said, when I was going through all those health problems, you know, I really didn't think I'd make it to 35 or 40. And that sounds depressing, but you know, when you are in the OR every year you start to think, you're like, wow, how much more of this can I take? And, here I am. And I do feel like, some people become 100, 120. That's probably not in the cards for me. But I try to make the best of it as I can. And it does kind of feel crappy that for me, the best of it is sometimes just, well, I'm sitting on the balcony having a beer. That's all I can manage in terms of energy. I wish I could. I wish I had the energy. Welcome to class of You Made It. Exactly. I wish I had the energy to travel all around the world and do all these awesome things, but I don't. So I used to be able to travel, and now travel is so exhausting. And I am still planning to go to Disney World with Flynn later this year. Already anxious about that. So that's great. And I'm really going to have to lean on them. But the thing is, I'm really good at planning. So I've got all the tickets planned out. I've got our itinerary. I've got it all down. And they're really good at executing. So we really support each other that way. Get a mobility aid. Huh? I think the part with traveling that's overwhelming for me is really all the sensory inputs and not necessarily the moving. But yeah. It's something to think about, actually. I don't know. But I'm gonna take another quick break to wash the filings off my hands and get something cold to drink, because this water is like room temperature. I'll be back in a couple minutes. Don't go anywhere. See you soon. And we are back. Oops. Oops, I'm showing you my beer. High quality beer, Bavaria Zero. This is possibly, you would think, the worst quality beer. But I found out my dad drinks exactly the same thing. And I didn't know this. It is so weird. So I was like, oh, he also likes this trash. Like, we're beer knowers, which I also am because I love IPAs. Would not compliment this beer, but yet it tastes so good. It's alcohol free, and it's like a hoppy soda. It's really nice. I recommend it. Really refreshing. I'm not paid to say this. All right. Sorry about the drinking noises. I don't have my noise gating on. Okay, so I was looking at my nails and I forgot to fix. Can I show you this? There's a little tear. Not sure if you can see that. Can we focus, ma'am? Anyway, I need to fix this little tear. And good thing I have this awesome thing, which is the Orly Nail Repair Kit. So basically what this is it's glue. You put the glue on the tear, you stick the tear in the powder, and that fixes it. It's easy, but it does require a little bit of work, and it's basically what I do if I have a tear in my nail. And that's, you can keep that going for like a while, sometimes even until it grows out. So I'm just applying glue to this thing. That's a little, I really need to replace this glue. As you can see, it's quality has gone down significantly because I've been using it for a while. I like how many alcohol-free beers there are now, how they're no longer after. Exactly. They just taste nice. It's for people who want the beer but not the alcohol. And especially for me, I like drinking alcohol in company. But I don't really like drinking it by myself. And it also makes me like really warm and sweaty. And I don't actually like that sensation. Here we go. And then we stick our thumb in the powder. This is just actually basically, it's just clear. So if you have ever used dip powder, it's basically the same thing. Only you use the glue and not the dip solvent. So if you've ever seen dip powder, but dip powder, this is just acrylic clear nail powder. But what the dip powder does, it has a solvent that makes the powder into actual like a hard acrylic layer. That's what it is. But with the glue, it's just glues it to your nail. So now you can see its little thingy there. It just needs to dry for a second. And then I just file off the axis. So whilst that is happening, look at those hairy arms. Yeah, I refuse to shave my arms. Like, that's where I draw the line. I know they're hairy, but I don't carry. That was such a bad pun. Oh, I like this music. Alright, so next step is this beauty, which I'm holding upside down. Wonderful. It is by the brand Pretty Polish, which is just a polish website. They also make their own gel polish. It's a dehydrator, which it is basically acetone, and methyl ethyl ketone. I don't know what that is, but I use that to dehydrate my nails before I apply any polish. This still needs to dry for a bit, so I guess we're just gonna go ahead with the dehydrator. I'm like, what is this? I'm seeing all sorts of shit on camera. So much planning. Moving to the UK is terrifying because of how the visa process goes, how much delayed it is. Oh yeah. I have acquaintance who moved from the UK to somewhere else because of Brexit. It's just plain hell. Yeah, ethyl is an alcohol, so that is the dehydrating part. So what I do, this is just a tissue, like a thin tissue paper. Like one of those things that comes in boxes that you can sneeze. And these are good because they're not fluffy. So if you can also buy what is it, like what's it? It's like lint-free wipes is what they're called in English. Those are also good. I just use these because I have them on hand and they don't fluff. So don't use cotton pads because they will fluff and they will leave crap all over your nails. You don't want that. So this stuff is pretty smelly. It's fine. I'm just gonna soak it all the way through because it dries up pretty fast. And then I'm gonna, oh, the smell is nasty. It's a good thing I have my ventilation going. And then I just rub that all over the nail. And the important thing is, after you do this, do not touch your nails with your fingertips. Because, I think this is such a weird thing, is that your fingertips just have natural oils. Like, where's that coming out? I don't see any pores on this thing. How is that? But anyone who wears glasses will tell you, you can wash your hands, you can dip them in acetone. As soon as you touch your glasses with them, there's a smudge. There's just natural oils on your fingertips somehow. I don't know how that happens. But that's what you gotta watch out for. And we'll do the other hand as soon as it's dry and we have the coat on the rest. Hey Sheer Tech, welcome to the stream. You're working on some stuff, so lurking, hoping to see your nails all done and pretty. Yeah, I'm still in the middle of like cleaning them up, which it's already taken me like 2 hours, almost 2 hours. Just, well, if I calculate the breaks, I guess it'd be like 1.5 hours of just cleaning and filing the nails and preparing them. So people think, oh man, it takes so long to apply nail polish. Well, it actually takes so long to prep the nails. The rest of the nail polish is like secondary. So now I'm just gonna do this. And I actually learned this method from Christine as well. Is to basically swipe like one side off, and then the other has like a bit of a bulb, and that's what you want. I'm just gonna put them on flat like that. I am not used to doing it this way, so I might be a little messy. I usually do my nails just holding them up to my face, because that's how I actually get the most control. Most of the work does take long. Yeah, same for cooking. Cooking is just like, you can cook for 2 hours and then you eat it in like 10 minutes. Like, and then you need to clean for an hour. Like, what's up with that? I feel like that's just not fair. And even when you try to eat slower, okay, so you eat it for half an hour. Still, I don't know about that payoff. I cannot eat it in 10 minutes. Yeah, fair. If you're really hungry, of course. Okay, so you eat it in 15 to 30 minutes. I have to be honest, I mostly live off salads right now, which is fine because, you know, they're healthy. I have not cooked in a while. I just don't have the executive energy for everything I just said. Even for like really simple stuff, like just frozen meal that I throw in a pan, I know what it is. I just can't manage it. So I'm very grateful for my microwave. And I do make sure that, you know, I get all my vitamins in. It's important. Damn, I don't... This always happens to me, like right after I do a coat, I'll knock it into something. Like, why am I like this? Oh my god. Alright. Okay, I'm definitely gonna do my thumb up close, because I cannot do that far away. No, get a little more. Oh, I think that was a bit too much. So that's probably gonna bubble, but we're doing a jelly now, so that's fine. I'm gonna be so jelly on my nails. I'm often guilty of overworking it. Like I'm like, oh no, I need a bit more, I need a bit more there, and then they're busted. Ah. Oh well. I hope you can kind of see what I'm doing actually, because I don't know. This one's all curved, so I have to make sure to get the tip. Of course, get it underneath as well. And by now, I've definitely gotten enough skill to do okay on my offhand, because I'm right-handed. But, you know, I've been doing this for a couple of years, so I feel like I got I got the technique. Your work as an electrician apprentice now takes time. Even connecting something easy like a new outlet takes time. It's both prep work, planning, and documentation. That this is done safely after. Oh yeah, for sure. Like my partner Flynn, they're really good at this. Like as soon as they have to do something new or something that hasn't been documented or figured out, they will document it and make sure that it's done in a procedure and done right the next time. And I think that is so good. Like a lot of people don't bother with that, like even in software where I work at. People are just like, just figure it out, we're smart. And it's like, well, if you documented it, then it would save us the time of having to figure it out every time. You know? And especially in electricity, like holy crap. You want to save every bit of knowledge you get. Also, what I was doing right now, I'm using, this is actually kind of dirty, need to clean it, but I just removed the excess polish from my cuticle with a dry tool. Everything's falling over. Which you can just use to quickly scrape it off. That's the one downside that to the ventilation is that if I put down a bit of acetone in the little dippy thingy, it'll evaporate like no time. So sometimes I'll clean during, but because it's so hot right now and the ventilation's on full blast, the acetone will just evaporate and I'll breathe it in. It's not good. What am I doing here? What is going on? This one's a bit messy. Another like symbol of me overworking it, you know, no doubt. My partner does his first code and is working to use by other people and made it auto-documented. That sounds so cool. It'll change the documentation to PDF, updating it. Whoa. So what the customer thinks is a 30-minute job, often it's more like 2 hours. Oh yeah. People are like, well, can't you just do this? Can't you just do that? Even like salespeople will do this. Like, can't you just add a button to the site? I mean, we can add a button, but does it need to do anything? Yes. Oh, well, that will take a bit longer. Thank you. Alright, now it's time. Let's see if this is dry enough. Okay, we'll have to wait for those a bit more so I can file down the thumb. We're just drumming along to music. I'm not that musical. Nail polish has a lot of weighting in it. Who knew? I thought it could be fun to do a budgeting button and not doing anything, saying you asked for this. Yep. Fun facts. In a previous project I worked on, they actually did add a button that did nothing. Like, it just clicked. And the reason for that is that the page was autosaved. So if you typed in information, it would just autosave it in a draft, like in a draft object, whatever. But we found out that users, they could not get it into their brain that it wasn't saved. It was actually saved. So people wanted something to click, so they had the confidence that it was saved. And I love that kind of thing. That's such a people thing. Like, even if it said autosave, they were like, no, I want to click something. So I know that works. People's minds are funny that way. Because I do this myself. I will do Control S like every 10 seconds, even though I know it's autosaved. So it just gives you comfort sometimes. So true, so true. You click this button, it makes a sound. Now we're happy. So true. What if autosave messed up? Yeah, like the IDE I use. Like, the IDE is basically the toolkit of a software developer. It doesn't just autosave, like, it will keep a history of all your changes like every 5 or 10 minutes. So even if I mess something up and I want to go back to what I was doing an hour ago because it's just a mess and I didn't commit it in between, I can do that. I could be like, I want to go to what I had an hour ago, but not what I have in version control. It's like, it's a little complicated to explain, but I think it's so cool that I'm able to do that. Oh my god, my nose is itching. That's better. Just scratching my nose with a nail file, why not? I already had a drink and break, thank you. Thank you for reminding me, bot. I'm like, what is, oh, that's my computer, okay. I was seeing something in the monitor and I couldn't even recognize it. What's going on? And why is this a little funky? Alright. Time to file this thing down because I think these are dry. I don't want any gunk to get in them. Be very careful. After your second coat, you inevitably have to go to toilets every day. I went before I came back. I went during the break. Haha. No, I know this. Never. You have to pee before you put your fresh polish on. You always go before and then you go after. Oh no, I don't. I have actually like waited too long. I'm just like, no, I can't go. Or I have to be like really careful. And by the way, I'm just filing down the bit I glued. Because now it's all thick and nasty. Hey kitty! What you doing? I'm thinking if I should put this brighter. Oh, that's way too bright. Yeesh. This has like 2 levels, like too dark. Or blasted straight into the sun. Like, what is that about? Oh, I guess we'll settle for this. See, I want to get it like protected, but still flat enough that it's not too noticeable. What do you want, kitty? Me just continually trying to do this. I don't do my nails often anymore, but nail polish doesn't last long either. Yeah, I have like a whole process that usually lasts a week, if not longer. Sometimes I change this halfway through because I'm just tired of it. I'm just like on a Wednesday, I'm really like, I usually do my nails on a Sunday, but yesterday I was really tired and I had a headache. So I was like, I have to do them today because they're chipping. Then I was like, oh, but I'm streaming. And I was like, wait, What if I combine those two? So this is my first official nail stream. Actually, I did do another nail stream with the Holotako collection last year. Which, come to think of it, that was almost a year ago. So I guess a new collection is almost coming out. More money to spend. Wee. Alright, this one's a bit short compared to the rest, but I'll just have to bear with that. Okay, I hope that didn't make my other nails too dusty. And the sad thing is I cannot apply acetone to this one because then the layer is going to melt off and we don't want that. So I'll just have to deal with some bubbles that happen. Well, that was way too much in the cuticle there. Well done, me. Alright. Let's get that stuff out quickly. Wow, it was really all next to the nail, huh? What the hell am I doing? I'm just using the tissue I was using before to wipe. Because why not reuse? Yours lasts about 1/3 of a workday? Whoa. And they either need to live with horrible chip nail polish or take it off. Have you tried using like a base coat and top coat? Because I use this stuff. Let's see if I can position it correctly today. Orly Bonder base coat. This is like magic. It's like glue, but not glue. And then like I also seal it off with let's see. This is just your normal quick dry top coat. This one's from Glistening Glow, but I use a lot of different brands, so let's see if I can show you the label. Top coat. If you don't have like a base and top coat, then it doesn't really help against metal and knives. No, it doesn't. Yeah, I guess if you're working with a lot of tools, that's not gonna help. For sure. And if you're like working in the garden and cooking a lot, it's not gonna last either. I have the luxury that I have a typing job. So the nail polish mostly you know, wears off on the tip of my nails. Okay, we're about to get ready for the nail polish. What am I gonna do? I do want to kind of be able to take off some excess, so I am gonna put down a little bit of acetone. Even though it might evaporate. So I'm only using a little bit. I want to clean this little tool, basically. Oh. Look at everything that's still coming off. I just want to be able to clean this so I can quickly scrape off any messes. But I'm not going to use the brush because then I need to have more acetone and I don't want to do that. Because we got a lot of electrical equipment in here. And having acetone just in the air seems like a bad idea. Hey, kitty. Well, it's a big thing here, technically. You're already like doing a lot to take care of your hands, even though you have like a lot of manual labor going on. Because that's tough, because it's tempting to just be like, yeah, fuck it. And it's totally valid, by the way. Alright, so now I have my nice shiny base coat on. Let me see if I can show this properly. They're so long. I'm just like, ASMR, ASMR. Sorry if that pissed people off. Alright, so first off, we are going to get started with Ballet. I need to hold it like upside down. This is Ballet by Picture Polish. It is, it's semi-sheer. It's not very sheer though, but it's basically like, almost like a blurring base coat. It's a really nice color. Right, I do want to have something underneath this. This is it's a little dusty. So sorry, Holochaco, but I am covering up the beautiful pattern. You've got to work with glitter on the nails, so a lot of fuse boxes with fairy herpes. I love that term. I love that. Alright, Ballet. And Picture Polish is a really nice polish. It's 100% natural ingredients. Or like plant-based ingredients, I think is what they call it. So, I'm not used to polishing my nails this way. So if I mess up, that's why. So as you can see, this is just like a very soft pink color. And what it's gonna do is just make sure that the jellies won't show my nail line as much. Like a little bit, but not much. Hope I'm showing you this correctly. What the hell is that? Some funky shit just flew in my nail. I don't want funky shit in my nail. Get out of here. Some kind of bug or something. What the hell is that? Well, I already messed up. Thanks a lot, bug thing. Whatever it was. Oh my god, now it's stuck to everything. Alright, that's better. I can't believe they're like dusty descended on my nails just as I painted them. Like, why? Why are things like this? I have to be really careful to not touch the nails. With the other nails. Ah! Almost did it. I'm always forgetting like this edge. So since I got into nail polish, a lot of people, well, more than I thought, have been asking me to do their nails, and I love to. And I kid you not, someone wanted to pay me for the nail polish I spent, and I was like, are you kidding me? I have so much nail polish, I'm really happy to use it, like, for other people. It's like I'm gonna run out. So as you can see, now they have like this nice whitish sheen. You almost can't see it. Not sure if I can show you. I think this way you can see the difference, right? Like these are just way lighter. He's like, you should ask them for money. No, I'm not a licensed nail technician. I can't do that. Okay, this one's a little flooded. I don't know if I can still clean that up. Well, that's the thing though. It's a hobby and I don't want to turn it like into a hustle. I think we're just almost encouraged too much to turn everything we enjoy into something profitable. And you don't really have to. You can just enjoy it. And often if I help, it encourages people to, you know, start experimenting by themselves. And that's really fun to see. Like, I showed a friend of mine how to do gel nails because she didn't really know where to get started. She's also someone who does a lot of like gardening and home improvement work. And gel polish is really good if you work with your hands a lot because it's basically indestructible. Uranium, mercury, arsenic is natural. Cyanide is found abundant in regular houseplant. We are not talking about lysogenic, otherwise poisonous plant. Very true. Very true. This is not profit. You put time and energy in it. You're undervaluing yourself here. Well, no, I don't feel like charging my friends money for nails. That seems a little silly. Maybe if it was like complete strangers. Organic is literally unprotected. Alright, don't everyone come for picture polish all of a sudden. Now, the term within the nail polish world is 5 and 10 free. Which is like 5 or 10 of the harmful chemicals often found in nail polish. And what they're saying with plant-based is basically it doesn't contain... You know, yeah, you know, it's a good point. Like, arsenic does exist in plants. Maybe I should look that up. Maybe it is like a buzzword they use. Maybe it is. But at the very least, it's vegan, cruelty-free, and tin-free. So there's that. Alright, let me get this thumb. Go on, left-handed skills. I love how self-leveling this is too. Which basically means that once you put it down, it's still gonna smooth out by itself. It's like a really pretty effect. Organic is the wrong meaning system in Norwegian. Can't translate to anything living. Yeah. Look at the steak. It's 100% organic. Yeah, it is. It's steak. It would be more worrying if it wasn't. I mean, if you think about it, like, oil is organic. I was just getting a more precise coverage here. It's made out of things, out of plants. No, that's coal. No, wait, I'm confused. I'm always so confused between coal and oil. Like, one is from crushed plants, the other is from crushed bones. So I think coal is from the plants, right? And bones are oil. So one thing people often don't realize is that there is plenty of fossil fuels. Like, we have a shit ton. We have so much fossil fuels in the earth that we can literally destroy the earth. And that's what we're doing. Like, we don't have a shortage of oil or coal or gas. We really don't. The problem is using it is destroying the place. So we don't need to drill, baby, drill. We need to stop drilling, basically. Alright, that looks decent. Eco-branding. They use a pesticide more toxic and dangerous to insects and humans than regular farm. Yes. It's definitely another buzzword. Chemical-free. Stuff like that. Well, when it comes to nail polish specifically, they have identified these chemicals. And basically they're saying our nail polish doesn't have these chemicals. And those specific chemicals have been identified to be toxic. So that is, it's not like, oh, it's free of chemicals. It's more like there are chemicals, especially in like older nail polish, that is toxic, and they are trying to not use those anymore. One of the most common ones is toluene, which it can be dangerous to pregnant people. So let's not use those. Which is why I stopped using one of my favorite base coats. Top coats, I mean, because it contains toluene. Not good. If you see me pulling my hands away, it's because I'm basically trying to do some detail work. I need to put that shit near my eyes to see. There we go. I sound like a minion in my head. Ingredients in a banana. Banana! Oh my god, I was watching Drawfee. If you don't know Drawfee, you're missing out, first and foremost. But they figured out that SpongeBob is basically a round minion. Or minions are just round SpongeBobs. And that just blew my mind. What am I doing here? Yeah, this is just the first coat. I'm like, no, it needs to be precise. Alright. That is the first coat. This one's all messy, but it's fine. There's gotta be like 5 more layers than that. Well, it's weird that the US for some things is stricter, and then for other things the EU is stricter. So that's weird to me. Like, for sometimes it's like another weird difference. Like in the EU, we don't wash eggs because the eggshell is porous, so if you wash it, it's gonna really multiply bacteria really fast. But in the US, it's like, no, you have to wash your eggs, otherwise it's unsanitary because it just came out of a chicken's butt. So I'm like, something to say for both cases, you know? They also drug their chickens differently. Yes, this is also true. Alright, I think the first code is... yeah, it's already dry enough. Some bacteria, salmonella specifically. Man, you are teaching me things. Here I am, just babbling away. You're just like, listen. No, that's good. I like that. I don't know everything about everything. And other folks have specific ones. And why we don't have to fridge ours. But I always fridge eggs when I get them. Like, they're in the store, they're not cold. But when I get them, I put them in the fridge. Should I not do that? It was all part of my deprogramming. That's fair. I'm just vibing. Alright, we are gonna get started with these. Let's see. So usually I do like counter patterns. So let's say if I start with this color on this nail, then I'll start with the other one on this nail. So I think what I'm gonna do is like this. And then another one. You'll see what I mean. You'll see what I mean. I can have eggs on my fridge for 6 months and they're still good to use. What? I'm saying that because I do have eggs in my fridge. They're like a month old. I'm like, should I throw them away? I don't know. They're probably too cold. I've just learned to float test, so I just when I want to know if I can still use eggs, I do the float test. That's basically how I do it. See, so this is like, it's very sheer. But it's gonna be very pretty, so don't worry about it. It's like very glass-like. And I'm getting that shit all over my cuticle like an idiot. But that's fine. You can just clean that up. And it's jelly, so it's not that bad. Like, when you use, like, very chrome or very pearly nail polish, that's when it's a pain. But jelly doesn't have to be very perfect. And you'll see me like clean up a little bit as I go. So I'm doing them one after the other, which means I'm just gonna go for the same color first. I'm like, can you see this? It is a bit far away, but I can't really zoom in with this thing. It doesn't have a zoom. Maybe I should have bought something else. I'm like, maybe I should have bought a different camera. But this seemed good at the time. I mean, it is good streaming camera. Just if you want to do advanced stuff, you're gonna need an actual DSLR. And I was not gonna splurge for that. Man, I missed a corner here. It always happens on my ring finger. I always get in that corner. It's because these brushes are kind of skinny. I'm always missing. That's why I don't like skinny brushes. No. It's fine. You specify the eggs can be no older than 28 days from the lay date before the best before date is passed. That was mashallah jelly. Now we have the beautiful lavender sky. I also wore this for Easter with another Easter jelly manicure. Excuse me. Where's the rest of my nail polish? Oh my god. It got screwed off. Ugh. That happens sometimes. There we go. Goodbye. Where'd my top go? It doesn't want to play today. Well, I got it back though. That's fine. By the way, the reason I put on music like this is because lo-fi often has like a lot of these clicks and ticking noises that I really don't like. Like, they hurt my ears, man. I do not like those. So that's why I have this instead, which is like, it's a little bit more less slow and chill. But it doesn't have those high-pitched clicky noises that I dislike. This is probably going to be the darkest one. I feel like lavender barely showed up. I don't know. Ooh. You might be like, I can barely see the color. What is this? But you'll see. If you've never heard of jelly sandwiching before, I'm about to teach you. And like I said before, I've learned this from Kelly Marissa, who was sponsored by Cirque a couple of times so that people could learn how to do this. Let's see if I can show you properly. So as you can see, it's just like very sheer color. You can still see my nail through it, but because I used the ballet color, you don't see that white nail line as much, which I think is always kind of ugly. Alright, time for the next one. So because I started with red here, what it means I'm going to start with blue on this nail. So we get a kind of a nice difference in nails. And this is usually what I do. Like, I don't really do a lot of nail art with like lines and stuff. I prefer to just have like, I don't know, a nice manicure overall. It's hard to explain, but that's basically what I do. Alright, this one's getting a little streaky, baby. What's going on? Let's add a bit more. Come on, left hand skills, can do this. Ah. Oh my god, I'm overworking this thing. I gotta stop. And as you can see, I'm also constantly doing the tip and underside. By the way, the underside of this nail is just bright yellow. Way to go. Because gradients to sparkles and hollow, yeah, so this is like, this jelly technique is like a way to make it look fancy without doing a lot of complicated stuff. But sometimes I'll do gradient if I have like the energy for it. But that's like, I think once every few weeks, because it's a lot. See, this is why I dislike this brush shape, is because I can never get it in the edges. And it's either like it's on the edges but also on the rest of my nail, or I miss the edges. I'll show you what I mean in a second. No, I think Cirque is also switching to a wider brush. I'm not sure. So this is what I mean. This is, you see, it's like, this is called a straight skinny brush. So it's thin and it has a straight edge, which if you look at a nail is not straight. It's very curved. So why do people do this? Why do straight skinny brushes exist? I disagree vehemently with this. Like the ballet one had a very beautiful round tip, so, which is much easier to use on your nail. But oh well, we make do. We make do. We complain, we make do. Alright, what was I gonna do? What was I gonna do? So next one is pink, which means that the same one are gonna be lavender, basically. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright. And we flooded another cuticle, ladies and gentlemen, and otherwise identified. Guys, gals, and indie pals. Oh yeah, that's something that I had a colleague asking for feedback on the document, and I was able to like point out, oh hey, we should probably use gender neutral language here. And they were like, okay. And I was like, oh my god. This is so awesome. Like, I love working somewhere where that just gets taken seriously. Instead of hearing like, oh my god, why do people do this? Like, oh my god. Gender neutral? What is this nonsense? I'm like, excuse me. Like, some of the people I love are gender neutral, thank you. Like, it's just, some people are so sheltered within their own little group of people who just are, you know, straight and cisgender. And they can't even imagine what it's like to not, you know, be like that. And I'm just like, please just hang out with some other folks or something. Jeez. So yeah, I very much appreciate, for one, them being asked for input, and that input is being taken seriously. Because a lot of companies will just do one step. They'll be like, okay, well, now we made a diversity advice team or something. And then they give the advice, and then they don't want to hear it. That happens. I think that happened to, I forgot her name. Was it her or was it there? I'm sorry, I don't remember their gender. So I'll just default to they. But an AI researcher at Google was fired for pointing out the things that they were supposed to point out in their research. Like, why? You hired this person specifically to do this, and then when they give you a conclusion you don't like, you fire them. Like, what is up with that? That's such nonsense. If you Google what I'm talking about, I'm sure you'll find this person's name. It was pretty dumb from Google to do that. Oh, I realize I'm painting close to my face again. To remind myself to be on camera with my hands. All right. I'm lavender that one. So now you see it's like an alternating color pattern. Like this. So that's kind of the thing I like to do. So they look different. But same palette. Alright, I'm gonna sit back for a bit, have a bit of a break, let them dry. And I'll be back in a couple of minutes, so don't go anywhere. And get a drink yourself. See you soon. And we're back. How is everyone? I had a stretch and here we are again. I'm working a small area here. I'm really careful. I usually bump my hands. See, I already bumped this one. I'm doing great. Doing great. Alright, the next step is gonna be to take this beautiful glitter and put that on my nails. So, and then we do a jelly on top, so that is gonna look awesome. This is the first time I'm also trying this combination, so now that I think about it, I rarely maybe that's why I have so much nail polish, because I never want to do the same combo twice. Kind of a problem, but let's not talk about that. It's fine. Alright, here we go. Alright, I'm gonna need a bit more glitter, sir. There we go. Maybe I should stamp this on or something. That's fine. We can just dot it down here and there. Wow, I didn't get any glitter with that one at all. What the hell? Okay, that's better. I see we really kind of have to dig into there. Well, that's good to know. Let's move this a bit, so you can still kind of see what I'm doing. Just kind of like rotate it. There we go. That's glitter. And we're just gonna kind of dot it to get some more of those goodies out. Which is a technique called glitter placement. Which totally works. You can also just stamp it on with a sponge. But I feel like you lose a little bit of glitter when you do that, which is a waste. Ooh. Sparkly. Really interesting thing about this one is it just has like all these different colors, which I think is really cool. So as you can see, I'm not really swiping it on, I'm more like dotting it on, which is fine because it's in like a clear base and we're gonna go over it with jelly. Get all those glitters. There we go. Look at that. It's already so sparkly. And we're not done yet. You almost want to stop at this, right? But I want to see the jelly effect. Because that is going to make it look really interesting. Okay, I noticed that I really have to let this dry. Because it's really plump, and if I go in with the other hand right away, I might damage that plump layer. So I'll just sparkle this for a bit. Let me see if I can turn on the lights a little bit. Ooh, now it's so sparkly. Just my nails vibing to the music. Ooh. Okay, now it's no longer too bright. That's good. What? Ah! God damn it! You saw that? I just bumped it straight to the camera. Okay, there isn't a smudge on the camera, is there? God damn it. I would be so disappointed if I did that. Yes, you are seeing my hand up close right now. Oh my god, why? I had to fuck it up, didn't I? Alright, well, we can repair it. We're still like at layer 4 or something. We still have some layers to go, guys. People. That's fine. Just fix this up a little bit. And once again, this is the cool thing about jelly. Is it just... You could kind of mess it up and it'll still look awesome. So that's fine. Alright. I feel like this one is dried enough so we can go over to the other nail now. Oh, that was a good one. Ooh, look at all these. God, these glitters are so pretty. So, fun fact, this polish used to be limited edition, but they brought it back because they're awesome. I swear this stream is not sponsored by Sir Colors, but I do really love Sir Colors. I'm trying to think. Like, my favorite brand is Holochaco, but that's also because I just really, really like Christine as an influencer YouTuber and what I know of her as a person, basically. Of course, I really know her. So some of that is like brand loyalty because you like the person, which I know is parasocial. But, you know, it also represents something. Like, the brand represents my nail polish, your journey and fun and stuff like that. But I do own a lot of other brands beside Holotaco. So I know some people are like Holotaco purists. That is not me. I have a lot of other brands. I think I own a lot of Cirque. They have my like almost entire separate display by now. What else do I have a lot of? I got a big haul of was it Live Love Polish, who rebranded to Mooncat later on. So that brand does no longer exist. But they had like a big end of brand sale, so I splurged on those. Excuse me. I have a bunch of INLP, which is I Love Nail Polish. What else? I'm just trying to think of like indie brands. I have a lot of like Penelope Luz, Colores de Carol. What's the other one? I was like really Bee's Knees Lacquer. I'm really into those as well. And KB Shimmer, also really good. But if I look purely at numbers, I feel like Holotaco, Starly, and Sir Colors are... Do you see this random bug floating in front of my stream? Well, I'm seeing it. Look, my main concern is the bug getting stuck on my nail polish, honestly. Like, I don't care what else it's gonna do, but please don't land on my nails. Because it's bad for me and bad for you. Dude, look, it's getting so pretty. It's fun to try out a different kind of stream. It is. So sparkly. Jurassic Park themed nails. Yeah, just get a mosquito stuck in there and then paint over it. I do not support animal cruelty, even if it's a fucking mosquito. Like, seriously, I hate mosquitoes, but you don't do that to a living thing, you know? It's like, I will kill mosquitoes with a big slap, but I'm not gonna drown it in nail polish. And the reason I'm saying this is because there's an artist who actually did this. Not to a mosquito, but they trapped ants in their nails. And that was really disturbing. Like, they had these acrylic nails with like ants inside. Like, holy shit. That's like borderline psychopath. Sorry if that sounded ableist, by the way. I was just like, that's not morally decent whatsoever. Those ants did nothing to you. Look at them, they're so pretty. I mean, they're already so sparkly now. Ooh. I wonder if I can show you in a better way. Let me see. Let's use my phone flash. Yeah, that's the good stuff. Faux flash is the way for glitters. There we go. Yeah, fake ants. Ants don't have the same level of brain processing or pain and don't like it emotionally, but rationally it's not quite the same. Yeah, I get that, but at the same time it is. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it says more about us than it does about the ants. Right? Also, I don't know, man. Ants are kind of... they have like a network. They're all over. Maybe they'll take over after us. Hey, the beauty nerd! I was talking about you earlier in the stream. Because I saw you do my nails, and I wanted to do my nails tonight. But I usually stream on a Monday, so I was like, why not combine this shit? So, I'm halfway to a jelly sandwich. So I have like some sheer jelly polish on with some glitter, and we're gonna put some more jelly on. You're doing stuff yourself though, so you're lurking. That's totally fine. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for the lurk. And I'll just give you a shout out as well, because everyone, you gotta check out the beauty nerd. She's really awesome, and she did some really cool nail art as well. And she was last seen streaming Ace Attorney Chronicles. Objection! I'm just waiting for it to dry a bit, because if the layers are too sticky, it's gonna be a pain to dry. It needs to be a little bit dry. So we're just vibing the nails. I practice nail posing a lot. The trick is to like relax your upper knuckle. So instead of going like this, you want to relax them. That's kind of the trick. You should go like this. And a lot of people want to show their thumb, so they go like this, right? Like, oh no, I want to show my thumb. Ah, this is the claw. But the trick is to just fold the thumb next to it. So this is how I usually show it. But what I'm not good at is the pose with the bottle. Apparently you're supposed to do it like this, like really relax it. But I still can't do it. I'm not gonna try because I'll ruin my nails. Not gonna do that. Alright? I'm just strumming with the music. You know, as a child, I learned how to play the piano, but I can't do it anymore. I tried. No sense of rhythm. Even though it might seem like I do. But not precise enough for piano playing. I suppose you can learn, though. if I really, really tried really hard. But I have so many things I want to learn. So playing the piano is a bit lower on that list. I do have a pressure sensitive synthesizer if I ever want to pick it up again. Because you know how you get really excited about a new hobby and then you buy lots of shit for it and then half a year later you're like, meh. But I kept the synthesizer because, hey, it's expensive and it works. So why throw it away? Welcome to hand dancing. Okay, I think they're see, like they're still a bit tacky, but I can paint over them. So the fun thing is I could also combine colors. So I could put the red over the blue one to create more of a purple effect. I'm not gonna. But you could do that. If you have jellies of all different colors, you could actually try to create your own new colors. That's fun. So now we're gonna go over and I'm gonna pretty thick layer to really cover that all up. And what you're gonna see is it's gonna have like this really cool transparent kind of look. Stream elements, I just took a break. I'm fine. I'm fine. Plus, I'm in the middle of something. Alright. As you can see, I'm just doing one color at a time, but sometimes I'll do one nail at a time and just switch colors every time. It just depends what I'm in the mood for, really. Yeah, let's grab a bit more of that. Hey, Cirque, if you're watching, you can totally sponsor me. It's fine. I don't mind. All this free promotion I'm doing. Nah, it's I'm not a pro influencer, so I'm afraid that doesn't count. But you can totally sponsor me if you want. I am doing one hand at a time though, because otherwise I'll get really confused. And I like to have one hand dry a little bit before I go to the next. Just in case. Alright, now we have Lavender Sky, which is such a pretty color. And you'll see, oh, it is not, it almost looks transparent. But now that I'm putting it over glitter, you'll see. You'll see that jelly. I don't think you're ready for this jelly. Oh, so pretty. This is interesting. It is so like milky. It gives off a really different vibe. It's making me, especially the marsala, is making me think of like summer smoothies or something. Like what is it called? Like is in Dutch we call this punch. It's like a summer bowl full of fruit and alcohol. I forgot what it's called in English. That's what it reminds me of. Oh shit, I went all over the cuticle there. So that's fun. I can clean that up if I'm very careful. There we go. Because it's God damn it. I try to be careful, but I wasn't. That's okay. Yeah, I'm just using this sharp cuticle pusher thingy. And I dented it a bit on the other hand, but it's fine because, like I said, we're going over it with jelly. So I'm just tapping that out. Finally, the blue. So someone on YouTube actually commented on, I think it was one of my Miles Morales VODs, to do an edit, which totally valid, by the way. But edits take a lot of time, man. I'm not sure if you've ever tried to edit a video. It takes at least twice as long to edit a video as it does recording it. And I love streaming. It's really fun to do. It's really fun to connect to people this way and play my games and share my hobbies. But I don't have the time to edit most videos. I do edit some highlights now and then. Like if I'm I think it was a really funny VOD. Like I did with the Dutch scene. I made a highlight of the Dutch thing that I did. And then I did a proper edit, like snipping out all the quiet scenes and stuff like that. Ooh. I snapped myself in the glitter. Well, I guess I'll just take that one then. But a whole VOD with stream highlights, man, you could pay someone for that. That's a full-time job. It would take me half a day to a day because slow rendering because all the yeah, my MacBook cannot render anymore. It is too old. Or rather, it's not too old. It's not optimized for video rendering. So I'm streaming right now from the MacBook that's like right here. And it can manage streaming. But that's about it. That's all I can do. It does not have the CPU strength for rendering video. This is a 2019 MacBook Pro. Or like, yeah, it's like the end of 2019 Retina. So yeah, it's it cannot do that. The thing is, there's a really good service out there called Capwing. But they are subscription based, which I think is really unfortunate because I'm not editing videos 24/7. It would be a good price for that maybe, although it's also really expensive compared to Final Cut Pro. Like Final Cut Pro, you just have to pay like $600 one time. That's it. There's no subscription. And Capwing is like $24 a month. So it was a lot in comparison. Maybe a couple years and then you have Final Cut Pro basically. But I really wish they had a pay per project or pay per export or even pay per minute plan. You said ScreenFlow. I haven't heard of that. I really like Capwing because you don't need any CPU power. It's all browser based. So that's really cool. Like obviously they just send rendering requests to their service that are the power thing. A per edition price. All right. Feel free to share the link on my Discord. That sounds really interesting because I've been looking for something like that. And the other tool I use is CrossClip, which basically lets you quickly remap sections of your video to a horizontal style. So you can post it on like shorts, reels, or TikTok. I should do that more often, by the way. I usually take my clips or highlights and post those to TikTok as well. So I do a little bit of that. But, you know, if you really want to grow as a streamer, as they say, you have to do a lot of that. You have to do all of your social media posts. You have to be on all the platforms. You have to post, share, edit. Like I said, I have a full-time job that pays quite well. I don't have to do that. But I do it because I think it's fun. So I share the stuff that I think it's fun to share in ways that are most convenient for me and not too time consuming. But I will not be able to edit entire VODs every time. Which I don't want edited VODs. That's why they're VODs. It's video on demand. It's basically just a rerun of the entire stream. And that's what you want to see, right? I don't want... It would basically be highlights. That's a different thing. And I actually really like watching VODs because a lot of my favorite streamers, I'm just not able to see them at the times that they're on because they're on another time zone. So watching VODs, really relaxing. The ones I recommend is Drawfee and Simply Neological podcasts. Not a Try Guys podcast is often a little chaotic. I actually prefer You Can Sit With Us. Because they're just, they're just a bunch of fun, chill ladies. So I like that. Be sure to recommend any podcasts that you have, though I do prefer them like being on YouTube or having like a video component. I know it's weird. I like to watch podcasts. I like to just watch people sit. Basically, it's a talk show. I just like talk shows, but made by indies. That's I think that's actually what it is. It's indie talk shows. That's basically what they are. I'm trying to think of what like my favorites are. Just Drawfee has so many good chill ones. And one of the things I really love about the Drawfee crew is they're friends, obviously. So they play off each other really well. But as they went independent, they become more and more like just embracing, their true selves. So they become a lot more openly diverse. I would say queer as well. Like, I don't know who is which orientation or gender specifically. Well, gender's mostly obvious, but they haven't really come out of the closet about anything. But they are like openly experimenting. Also sounds wrong. They're just like very, very positive crew. And actually they did a big stream on Saturday where they raised, I think, around $50,000 for charity. Just out of nowhere. And it was really fun to see the reaction of that charity be like, holy crap, we did not expect this. It's really cute. So I don't know why I'm on my own stream promoting other streamers who are gonna stream later tonight. What am I doing? It's just, I don't know. I really like them. They've really helped my mental health. And what else? Oh, I noticed that I keep painting out of frame. I need to watch that. All right. What do they want to say? But yeah, they also inspire me to stream because I don't know. For example, Julia, I really admire, and one of the things I just think is really cool about her is that she's very expressive in terms of voice and emotion, but at the same time she doesn't really change her facial expressions, which makes me think that maybe she's neurodivergent, but I don't know that, but I am. And they often struggle with facial expressions, like, oh, I have to look like this, right, on camera. But then I see their pods and I'm like, oh wow, I don't actually have to do that. I can just be myself. So there you go. Alright, look at that. Look at that. I'd show you with a flashlight, but I don't want to damage it. So you can clearly see like the layeredness. Like the glitter still shows through. And it's gonna look really cool in flashlight, but like I said, I am afraid to show you right now. But now it looks so juicy. Yeah, I'm trying to get it to focus. Focus, damn you! There we go. Ooh, yeah, that's some good shit. Look at that. It looks so juicy. Like those glitters are just in some juicy juice. I can't think of another word, guys. People, I don't. Juicy juice is what it's gonna be for today. Yeah. Alright, now that this layer is done, I'm gonna take another quick break because I need to dry. And I need to go for a quick walk. Because otherwise my leg's gonna fall asleep. So don't go anywhere. I'm gonna run some ads and I'll be back in about 5 minutes. See you then. All right, we are back. Last leg of the journey. Look at that. All right. They are dry, still a bit sticky, of course, but not too. All right, so my plan is to add another layer of glitter, another layer of jelly, and then a top coat. So let's go. I'll just keep talking. I don't know. I just have to remember to actually get in front of the camera. I notice that I keep inching back. I shouldn't do that. But it's just habit, you know? Dab, 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 dab. These nails are going to be so chunky. But that's alright. I don't mind chunky nails. Chunky is good. I mean, I could also leave the glitter on top. Use a glitter grabber. And not add another layer of jelly. That's also an option. I mean, it's my nails. I'm the boss. I can do what I want. Okay, let's see if we can get a little bit more out of there. Come on. Come on. Give some more glitters. You really gotta swirl it around a bit. This one's a little irregular, but I don't mind. I don't mind. See, I also do like the look of like jellied glitters on the bottom and then the brighter glitters on the top. I do want to add placement here though. There's like some weird gaps. I just wish if I can just get a little bit glitter there. And I have a glitter grabber, which is a top coat that kind of smooth things out. I mean, look at how lumpy this is already. It's so lumpy. Oh my god. Guys, I keep saying guys. People. I am the lumpy space princess. Oh my god. Oh my god, I love nail polish. Oh my god, do you also love nail polish? Man, Aquarian should be here to witness this. He would love that. But he is very busy with his model. And I can't wait to see that. He did a really awesome job. Also, I'm gonna prepare like another playlist because I like this one. But I like to have different playlists for different moods. So maybe like some ambient chill or some hip hop chill would be good. This is like more of a techno chill kind. And it reminds me of... I keep thinking, but I don't know. It reminds me of something. I think Super Hexagon is kind of the vibe. If anyone's ever played that game, which is awesome, by the way, you know what I mean. Which, by the way, is made by a Dutch musician. But I do just like this music that has like a bass drop. Just keeps you going, you know? I mean, ideally I would play K-pop, but then I get like copyright strikes. We don't want to do that. So I recently found out that apparently BTS fans who are called ARMYs don't really like general K-pop fans. Like, I didn't know that I as an ARMY automatically had a beef with K-pop fans. I don't know. Didn't really sign up for that. Personally, I also like other K-pop bands, so maybe I am one of those K-poppies or whatever. But I don't know, man. Look, I'm 39 years old. I'm not in high school anymore. I just like to listen to the music that I like to listen to. But BTS does have a special place in my heart. And I don't know if it's because they're just that good at the whole parasocial relationship thing with their fans. But, you know, you just feel like you're part of something. And I think that's because BTS really was the underdog for a long time. They sometimes still, like, even now, if they were top of the world, they still get shunned by the Korean music industry in a lot of ways, which is bizarre. Because it's like, first they you know, they get shit on because they're not famous enough, and now they get shit on for being too famous. Leave our boys alone. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to get these glitters in here. Come on, man. Come on. I know you want to be on my nail. Come on. I know you want it. Yeah, that's a good shit. That was maybe a bit too much. Alright. That's fine. Now that thing is just blinking from space. Ooh, I think I'm gonna leave them like this. I think I'm gonna just leave the big glitters on top. And not do another jelly layer. Because for one, they're already super chunky. I also really love the big chunky hollows. And you can see the jelly glitter underneath as well. So I think that's the look I'm going for. But I might change them tomorrow and do something else anyway. I mean, I can always layer more jelly on there if I want, right? That's what I gotta remember. I love this jelly. Like, it's like... Come on, focus, man. Can I focus? Can I get some focus? I know you can do it. There we go. There we go. It's giving me like very underwater summer mermaid vibes. I love that. Love it. It's a good choice. Alright, and let's do the next hand. The other hand. Oh, yeah, this is one of the things I also don't get about Simply Nailogical. She always has a different manicure in her other hand. Now, of course, she is watching a lot of nail polish. But I also feel like her theory always was, you know, I want as much different nail polish on my nails as possible because I have so many. And I totally get that. But I really love a coherent look across my nails. So I will not, you know, it's like the same color or like this. It's kind of the same finish. Same style. If I do different finishes, it'll be like the same color. That's the only way it really works, I think. Okay, this one is a little sparse, man. Am I in the... Also, you can now really see how I polish my nails is I never lay them flat. Even if I'm working with my offhand. I don't know, it just doesn't work for me. I'm always doing it like this. So there you go. That's my secret nail painting technique. Right, I really gotta dig into those excess glitters. It's like digging for treasure. It's worth it. Alright. Sometimes I'll be sneaking and quickly flip around like this. I know it's not very visible on camera if I'm doing my hands like this, but I will. I'm just, you know, I thought I'd have trouble with just chatting, but I'm just rambling away about all sorts of things. It doesn't seem like I have a problem with it as much. I don't know. I already forgot what I was talking about like 3 minutes ago. Maybe that's why. It's because I have undiagnosed ADHD. I could just talk about whatever. I already forgot what I was saying. I was talking about Simple and Logical and our different manicure hands. Yeah, no, I do like a single look. Because I like staring at both my hands, just go, ooh, it looks so pretty all together. I am getting this shit all over my nails, nail beds, cuticle things, but that's fine. I can always, for starters, since it's gonna wash off, so, and because it's like chunky glitter, it'll come off quite easily. The hardest glitter to get off for sure is reflective glitter. Like, I still find that shit everywhere. It looks so good, but holy crap, it will get everywhere. So be mindful of that. If you use reflective glitter, maybe peel off base coat is not a bad idea. And I should probably keep that in mind myself, because I dislike generally using peel off base coats. As you can see, I'm just dabbing that shit on. Alright, we are done with this layer. So I'm gonna let this dry a bit. We can chalk, and then I'm gonna add the glitter grabber, which will make the layer a bit more smooth. So if you, let's see if I can show you. So you see that it's juicy, but it's not smooth. So that's what you wanna reach. Although, you know, it's not as bad as I thought. But as it dries, it'll probably become a little bit more chunky. So the underside of this nail is just like neon. What is going on? We've come a long way, me and my hands and everyone listening. Let's have a party. Let's turn up the music. Drop the bass. Here we go. Here we go. Yo, that song was fire. That was some good beats. I like that. All right. Back down. Oh, sorry if I scared anyone. I just kind of felt like it was such a good song. I felt like I had to turn up the volume. Speaking of good songs, here's another tangent for you. So of course I was talking about BTS, and BTS a couple of weeks ago announced that they were gonna focus on solo projects for a while, and the media kind of took off like, oh my god, they're breaking up, they're going on hiatus, blah blah. That's not what they were doing. They were telling us like, hey, instead of doing a lot of group projects, like focusing on, instead of a big album and a big concert or stuff like that, or a world tour or whatever, we want to explore creativity in road projects. That's basically what they said. And at first I was sad because, you know, I do love the boys hanging out together, but also I saw that they were sad, which made me sad. So I was like, oh, come on, you guys. Like, they were so worried about disappointing ARMY. And I'm like, you can never disappoint us. Come on. Like, BTS loves Army, Army loves BTS. We support them 100%, 1000%, and we have their backs, they have our backs. That's how it works. That's the relationship that BTS has with Army, and yeah, it's hard to describe. It's very special because they have like a whole bunch of songs dedicated to Army, and not just like to our fans, we love you, la la la. No, it's like very specifically like, hey, if you're feeling bad, we are a safe place for you. And we've created this world, this microcosmos that belongs to both of us. And their logo is literally like a door that's opened up, and the Army logo is that same door but seen from the inside. So we're inside with them, and they're opening the door to others to come in. And that, I think, is such a beautiful symbolism. Like, they're very, like, they put a lot of effort into this relationship that they have, like, with the fans. And of course, I know it's parasocial, yada yada yada. You know, it's it's not equal, but at the same time, it feels equal. It's almost like it's a another layer. It's like a story, almost a fantasy. I don't know how else to describe it. It's almost like we're writing, it's like the BTS cinematic universe with Army. That's how it is. It's like a layer on top of BTS as a band and fans. It's kind of a world on top of that. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. But anyway, so they were going off on their own solo projects, and I have not been disappointed. Like, that was obviously a good choice, because we are just getting treated to all sorts of cool stuff, like shirtless selfies from Jin, just the most beautiful images of V in Paris, which I feel like he should move there. Although, you know, him being away from South Korea, maybe not great, but I feel like V is just made for Paris. He looks like he belongs there. We of course already had that from Psy featuring Suga, produced by Suga. Like, that was just amazing. Just see him dancing in the video and just having a good time. And then Left and Right by Charlie Puth and Jungkook dropped, and that was so good. That video is so loopy. It's like Charlie Puth is in therapy because he keeps hallucinating Jungkook, and honestly, same. You should check it out. It's a really fun video, and Jungkook looks absolutely dashing in it. He looks so gorgeous, and in some ways, like, different than he appears in typical BTS videos. And I can't put my finger on how it is or what it is. Perhaps he's like a lot more masculine or something. I don't know. That could be just like the way they film it and light it, like difference in Western and East Asian beauty standards. I don't know. But yeah, definitely check that out. It's really good. And what else? What else came out? I'm trying to think of it, but I'm sure there's gonna be more awesome shit. I cannot wait for the soundtrack of In the Som by Suga. I'm just rambling about BTS for half an hour. I'm not sure if you mind. I gotta fill the air with something, and I love nail polish. I love BTS, so there you go. And definitely recommend, checking them out if you haven't. I was talking about BTS in someone else's stream, and they were like, "What the fuck is BTS?" And I was like, "How do you not know the biggest band in the world?" And they were like, "The biggest band in the world? That's like the Beatles, right? Or the One Direction?" Or I was like, "No, literally the biggest band. Like, look at the numbers." Like, a lot of people don't probably think about it differently because it's West and East, so they're huge in some parts of the world and not as huge in the West. But if you just purely look at sales numbers, stream numbers, just download numbers, they're the biggest. It's just purely number space, and that's what matters, right? So just looking at pure album sales and single sales and streams, BTS is the biggest, so take that. No, not take that, BTS. Alright, that's enough rambling from me about one of my favorite bands. Another K-pop band I really like is Stray Kids, but at the same time, they don't have that bond that with Stays, I feel, that BTS has with ARMY. But that could just be me. But you should check out Stray Kids too. They're amazing music, very beautiful men. Love what you're doing. And alright, I think we're about ready to put on the glitter grabber. It still feels a bit tacky, and that's because, of course, it's a thick coat. And the glitter grabber is also, did I say glabber? It's also something I have from Glisten and Glow. Is this one? Hello, yes. There we go. And this is the glitter grabber, is what it's called. And after that, we're going to top it off with our base coat, but first we're going to do the grabber. And what that does is create a nice smooth layer on top of chunky glitters. And that's basically what you want. Right, let me move this thing up a little bit. This is kind of an indicator of where I need my hand to be. And I keep moving it backwards. So here we go. This just needs to be a nice thick layer. But you're gonna see it adds a lot of smoothness and shine. And it's weird because if you look at the bottle, it looks half transparent, right? And you're like, how does that work? And honestly, I don't know how it works because I don't make the polish, I just use it. So I don't know. I don't know how it works. But it does. Seeing that I just instinctively move my hand like that. I cannot do it with my hands lying down. I don't know why. But that's also a tip for me. Like if you are, you know, if you're new to nail polish, find out what works for you. If you don't like doing it like with your hands flat on the table or whatever, don't. Do what you want. This method works for me. And I cannot precisely tell you why. Because you think my hand is less stable. And it kind of is. But the fact that it's closer to my face somehow makes it easier. Even though I wear glasses, so it's not like I'm nearsighted or anything. I can see just fine. But it's like seeing it closer makes it easier for me to be precise. I feel like that's what's going on. Alright, let me scrape off the excess here. I got a bit next to it. Just no excess here. There's a little bit here. Alright. So I'm not sure if you can see that. I did definitely get yes, some mess on the sides, but that's I keep saying that. I keep saying, but that's fine. And every time I think of that dog going like, this is fine. And the truth is, this is not fine. Well, nail polish is, but not the rest of the world. And I'm not going to talk about that because I want this to be a chill stream. And I want people to have an escape from that nonsense. But just know that I am also very affected by it, and my heart goes out to everyone affected by it much more than I am. I'm thinking of you, and I'm doing what I can. Also, just in my own country to prevent that kind of shit from happening here. That's basically what I'll say about that. Hey, Copy Fan, you are here just in time for me finishing up my manicure. I'm doing jelly glitter sandwiches, is what it's called. And if you're wondering why is there no bread or cheese, that's just what this technique is called. Good to see you. I'll show you up close soon. What I'm applying right now is called a glitter grabber. And basically if you have like really chunky glitter, it'll help smooth it out. So that you get like a nice smooth glossy result on our nails. And this is, let me think, I had 1, 2, 3, 4. Man, I already lost count with the layers. Let me try again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the 6th layer. So people ask me, hey, why does your nail polish last so long? It's because there's 6 layers of nail polish on there. And that's why. So I always apply at least 4 layers, which is a base coat, 2 layers of nail polish, and a top coat. That's like my minimum. And that will generally last a week. Okay, maybe a little bit next to it. There we go. So it's a good thing, Okapi fan, you were not here on Saturday for the Elden Ring stream. Because there was a lot of wildlife that did not make it through the day alive. There was a lot of murder of innocent creatures. Because I needed the XP, and they also drop useful materials. It's another game where you just have to murder nature. I apologize. On the plus side, my horse is immortal. So I can't murder the horse. That's good. And it's a horse with double jumps, which is just an epic decision on the developer's part. Alright, that's so much for the glitter grabzer. I'm gonna find you 1 billion polka dollars. Oh no! Look at that, it's so sparkly. Hello, can we focus, please? Ooh, sparkly, sparkly, sparkly. Oop, stuck together. And now I have to wait for it to dry again. Ooh. Ooh, this is interesting. I actually see some micro glitter that I didn't realize was in... either that or it's bubbling. But it looks like micro glitters. That's nice. I didn't realize those were in the XX polish. So for glitter, I'm using this one. I'm holding it upside down. Hold on. There we go. Ooh, so sparkly. I love that this camera autofocuses so well. And this is one of my favorite brands. It's called Cirque Colors. The stream is not sponsored by them, unfortunately. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna look at cosplays. Cool. What cosplays are you gonna look at? Also, pro tips. Sometimes when I wait for my nails to dry, I hold them like this because they stay in this position. But it doesn't mean I'm praying. Unless I'm praying to the nail gods. That could be a thing. Oh, simply. Oh, Christina Logical. Bless these hands. My cat decided this was the moment to come check up on me. Hey, kitty. What you doing? She's smelling the nasties. But what characters in terms of cosplays? That's what I want to know. I installed a ramp for my cat and she's still not using it. What a dumbass. You have a top 3 of characters you want to play. Ooh. Noel Silva? I might not know these characters because I'm old. So you'll have to explain where they're from. Though that does sound vaguely familiar. Ishtola! Yes! From Final Fantasy XIV. She is a babe. That was one of my favorite characters. And there's a couple different outfits for her, so that's fun. There's a bunch you can pick. What is my cat doing? Kitty, what you doing? Ooh, her latest outfit. I've seen that. They look amazing. So, fun fact, I didn't play Final Fantasy XIV after... I think I stopped shortly after Heavensward came out. And, well, the main story ends with, you know, that group not doing so well for themselves. Oh, from Black Clover. All right, Clover. So that's all I knew from them. It's like, well, they're gone. And it's cool to see them again. So I'm glad that they came back. Because that's all I wanted. Even though I don't play the game anymore. Yeah, we're about to learn. It takes me about 4 hours to do a full manicure if I don't do any complicated nail art, which is interesting. My cat is once again hunting for candies. And lost Irida from Pokemon Legends Arceus. I've heard of the game. I don't know the character. But I'm sure she's also super cute. Like, the other day I was watching the Bleach live action. Like, that is my era of anime, is Bleach. I used to be such a big Bleach fan. Yeah, let's don't. Every time I still see a Final Fantasy stream, Final Fantasy 14 stream, I get that urge to play it. It is so bad. And I know I would get sucked in, like, instantly. And it would not be good for my physical or mental health. Like, I would just be playing it all day and not do anything else. And, yeah, not good. At least now I can still stop myself if I'm, like, you know, up too late. I can just be like, I gotta go to bed. Is Discord close by? I don't have Discord open at the moment because it takes too much CPU energy. But I can check it out later. I gotta put on a top coat, I think. I think a glitter grabber. Ooh, yes, it is nice and smooth. Okay, here comes the smelliest part. I feel like I gotta keep this away from my laptop for some reason. Alright, let me position the mic a bit. My voice might sound a bit echoey now that my mic is a little further away, but it's important to not get these chemicals too close. Okay, so this magic is called a quick dry top coat. And what it is basically chemicals. And some will evaporate really fast, which causes it to harden over the nail and create like a seal. Which means that shortly after even applying a lot of nail polish, you'll be able to use your nails. Right, I'll definitely check her out later in Discord. Thank you for posting. And of course I have some flooding, so let's quickly get rid of that. Alright. And a quick dry top coat is like the magic. If you are not using that, but you're doing lots of nail stuff, and then you're like, wow, I just did my nails and now they're all smudged. And why am I doing this? And they always end up a mess. Quick dry top coat is why. So you need to seal that stuff in. Okay, let's see. I think I got him. These nails are so chunky. Yeah, my kind of addicted, not good. No, I know plenty of people who can play normally. And that's awesome for them. I cannot. I mean, I'm already like playing Raid Shadow Legends all day. But you know, that one's easy to switch off because you don't play together with other people. So even though it's a gacha game, I can be like, yeah, I'm not paying for this. In fact, if I pay for something, I don't actually pay for it. Like, I build up some credit using Google, and then I just spend the free points that Google gives me. But it's the social aspect that really gets to me. Like, it's that end. So it's social and it's addictive. Let me find a character creator to nerf your addiction. What? Yeah, I feel like I'm... See, I'm gotta be careful. Alright. The interesting thing about a quick dry top coat is it kind of liquefies the stuff underneath again to really seal it in. And it smells super nasty, so don't put your nose too close to it. The real character created your nerve the tray gets easily dick starting themselves. I'm not sure what you mean, but... Oh, that way. Right. I have to like put it together what you meant, but I know what you mean. Yeah. Yeah, real life is a real MMO. But the economy is not great. You can never change your class. And you're stuck with your appearance. But if you're lucky, you can change, you know, some of your appearance and your gender. That's awesome. But you can't change your race. That would be wrong. Once again, I'm like, is this even showing on camera? Oh, come on. What are you doing? One of the biggest guilds on the entire play keeps adding bullshit challenges. Yep. Stupid gatekeeping nonsense. Well, the thing I realized is that the US is basically just built by religious fundamentalists. Like, that's... The people who fled Europe in order to go to, like, the Brave New World in the United States. They were going there because they thought Europe was getting too liberal and too progressive, and everyone's, like, too chill about gender and shit and sexuality. They were like, no! Our Christian values, we have to go, I don't know, steal some land from people across the ocean and make our Christian ideal country there. And that's, those people still, you know, trying to do that. Sadly. Like, I found out that Salt Lake City, Utah, was founded by 2 men and like their 14 wives. Or something. I was like, that's certainly creative. Now, I'm not opposed to polyamory, but I have some questions about that situation. I think the real thing is that, you know, it was never great to begin with, and that's an illusion people had. It's always kind of been super problematic. And a lot of that, America is so great, stems from World War I and II propaganda. Because, you know, they needed to get the people in gear to go fight in a war. So they were like, yeah, our country's amazing. But, you know, there's a lot more said about that, and much smarter people than I can say about it. So enough about that. Alright. Whew, almost done. Okay, I feel so gay enough about that. Anyways, my nails are almost done. You still want to cosplay? Yeah. I did some cosplays back in my day. Let me think. I actually crossplayed once. I crossplayed Squall. Which isn't fun to think about. You know, I never realized that, like, I was okay with, like, whatever gender I had to cosplay as. And I also cosplayed as Alita from Battle Angel Alita. And trying to think of anything else. I had a lot of trouble putting together complex outfits. Like, a lot of these cosplays were just based off real life clothing that I had, like, rather than costume clothing. So that's kind of why I stopped, because I didn't have the interest to learn sewing at that time. You always wanted to crossplay, then other people find out I wasn't trying to crossplay. Exactly. It's like, no, I'm not gender bending. This is my gender. Hello. Yeah, that's sometimes how it starts, right? It's like, well, I really actually like dressing up this way. Oh, wait, there's more to it. Oh. What's going on? Exactly. Yeah, it's interesting to really see people's journeys. Like, I know a lot of people who came out as trans or non-binary later in life. I also know a few people who just knew very early in life or didn't really have a choice because of their appearance, for example. You just stole clothes for your sister. That's valid. That's what sisters do. Although I never stole clothes for my brother, obviously, but yeah, if you're like sisters, they will. Like, I think my mom stole lots of my clothes as well. It's just a family thing. Yeah, you knew very early. And that's cool. I think that's also maybe a generational thing. Like, if you grew up in like the 70s, 80s, even 90s, people just didn't. You were actually stealing. Yep. Did she find out or not? And if she did find out, I hope it wasn't negative. But yeah, I think younger generations now, you know, you really learn about it in the news a lot. Like, that is an option. And what a good example of that is Eddie Izzard, who she was, when she was a comic in like the 80s, 90s, described herself as, I think it was like executive transsexual? No, transvestite even. Because that was the words that were available right then. And now she's like, wait, my pronouns are actually she, her. Like, it's so cool to see someone be able to find the language and expressions that fit them better. They were very confused because all the signs were there and they still didn't see it coming. Yeah, I think that's because, you know, they're just stuck seeing you in a certain way. And it's like, huh? We never saw it coming. You're like, hello? But yeah. It's almost midnight, so my nails are dry, which is so cool. Like, this quick dry top coat, like, it's just... I mean, I don't want to put too much pressure on it. I don't want to put, like, something sharp on it. But it's basically solid enough that I can just touch it and it's smooth. And it's not going to rub off or anything. So that's the magic. Let me grab my flash camera and really show you. Or just faux flash, not camera. So here's my flash. Ooh. You really see it well with the flash, don't you? Ooh, so pretty. I was really trying to get it to focus. Focus, Emir! There we go. That's a manicure. Nice. Oops. Accidentally blinded myself with the flash. Great. Well done. All right. All right, we are gonna go. You said wait. Don't leave. It's midnight, honey. I gotta go. But we're gonna raid someone. It's not midnight. It's 5 before. It's almost midnight. Plus, I gotta work in the morning. You know how it is. Let's go find someone to raid. Let's see who's out there. I'm just gonna go check Twitch. Ooh. What would be a good one? Music chime, but there's so many people again. There's Wes or Midnight Eternal, Bloodborne. I think we're just gonna go over to Grace, because Grace is pretty awesome. Frick work. Oh man, I didn't sleep enough last night, so I definitely have to sleep enough this night. Otherwise, I will probably faint. Alright, thanks everyone for watching and for going on this nail journey with me. I hope you all enjoyed this alternative stream. So the next stream is going to be on Thursday, unless I cancel, because that's always an option. But ideally, I will stream Elden Ring on Thursday, and will be, you know, taking care of the local wildlife and the rolling sheep, and finding some bosses to kill. That's the plan. Until then, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and I will see you all soon.